he talks to his analysts.
Broadcast. Want to welcome everyone to Global Markets Radio Daily Recap. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Wednesday, May the 9th, 2012, 4 p.m. Eastern. What a day. What a day. Everything really melted down in the U.S. session day. Holy crap. But once again, they come back. Listen, I'm not saying it's been easy. The plunge protection team continues to be out in full force, holding up this market. Doesn't look very good, though. One of the things we're starting to see here, the 50 EMA crossing, touching the 10, which is not very good. We've completely crossed here in all my moving averages, and now the 50 is starting to roll over. Not good. And, the more we look at this, listen, I got bullish a little too early this morning, but certainly wasn't the end of the world. Things made a nice comeback. I thought we should have closed stronger. And the fact of the matter is, don't you love it when they say that? The fact of the matter is, it was a sucky rally once again. One of these days, people, and that'll be the bottom, when they close them at the lows, and then they collapse them the next day, and then boom, bye. That's when we'll get more of a bottom. But these ridiculous rallies at the end of the day, and then they falter. Not enough. We're going down. This European situation is not going well. Remember, all we needed was some sort of a spark. I mean, you look at this chart. We're still way up there. And we continue to fail. We took out previous day lows. We closed horrible. Couldn't even get above previous day close. Couldn't even get blue the whole day. Not good. The only way we're going to really rally is if we get above 1373. I thought we were going to do it. I think I tweeted that too. We are going lower. We are going to melt probably tomorrow. That's it. I think we could hit certainly 1340. You do your Fibonacci's, and you could do it for multiple levels. That's a 1323 handle. 61.8% is 1258, 56. I mean, things are not good. McDonald's missing? What the hell is that? And U.S. was the problem. Then you can make a case that people are now going out to, Olive Garden or whatever, Cheesecake Factory, because they're spending again. But I don't know. Chink in the armor. And, you look at this chart, this S&P Fibonacci. Let me tell you, we take out 1340, we go right to 1300. Right there. And, things don't always play out like you think. And believe me, I thought it was going to be a major event. I thought we were going to be down huge on Monday, but what do? They bring them back. And then Tuesday, they drill them again after giving us the hammer. And then they drill them again, only to bring them back. I mean, this market is freaking nuts. But I think bears, we have to stay the course. I think we have one or two more. I think we could go through the weekend. Not good. And then maybe next week we bounce. I believe Facebook is, when is it? Today's May the 9th, the 17th, 8 days. So that'll be a week from tomorrow. And they probably ripped the market into that. But we got more downside to go. Hey, listen, this helps Facebook out. This helps the average investor in Facebook out. Maybe they won't be able to sell it good enough. You'll be able to get it cheap. But, again, this S&P looks terrible. And should we take out this whole 1340, it's over. Now, I think we're going to test 1340 again tonight. I think you got to be long the dollar. We look at the dollar index. It looks great. As far as the numbers that came out last night, nothing major at all. I mean, German trade balance was a little bit higher. French trade balance was pretty much in line. I thought the BRC sales monitor down 3.3%. They was not good. The New Zealand's financial stability report was actually a good report I read, the way I read it. Crude inventories continue to explode. The economy continues to show signs of weakness. Wholesale inventories only up 0.3%. That, to me, should be a good thing. Now, when we look at this dollar index, was it a reversal? A little bit. Well, we got to take this out on the downside. That's about 79.70 to really get concerned. So while I think they're going to run them into 5 o'clock, doesn't look that way now. Well, I think they're going to run them into 5 o'clock. I got to tell you, I don't like this close at all. And we should have closed better. And to me, this looks like death. Going up to the moon. Again, break it down to break it out. We're going up. And we take a look at some of these currency charts. Euro dollar, as much of a comeback it didn't hammer. We didn't close even anywhere. Maybe above, 129.65 would have been good. Maybe grab a hat on, but this thing is going lower. That's it. This train is leaving the station, people. You got to sell it on any strength. Say goodbye. Now, again, we got Australian unemployment number coming out tonight. That number is going to suck wind. Australian dollar. Now, you take a look at the Aussie, and the S&P is still trading around here. So that leads me to believe that we really could be one thing. I think you go short the S&P, long the Aussie at some point. Certainly at 99.50. Stay short the S&P. Gold continues to go down on Buffett, Munger. I still don't get what they say, but they're big believers in the world's never going to end, and American currency is always going to be good, and paper money is always going to be good. I don't buy that. That's why I think gold is an amazing long-term asset to hold. But who says you own it here? I've been bearish on gold. Who says you own it here? Maybe you own it down here. Or back in 1999 when I owned it. $300 an ounce. I want to cry. But yeah, these levels, sure. And as Jimmy Rogers says, he wants to buy some at $1,200. He would love to get some there. And I think if you buy on pullbacks on gold over the long term, you will outperform the markets. Absolutely. If you bought gold at $350 and where it is right now, that's almost a 400% return. So I think, as in anything, if you bought Berkshire Hathaway stock here a year or 3 years ago, it's gone nowhere. Right? Nowhere. So it's easy for Buffett to come out and say, well, if you own my stock, from the beginning, then, hey, well, sorry, we didn't. What do you do now? Even owning it, let's say back in 2002, gold versus Berkshire. I think gold outperformed. Thank you, sir. May I have another? So, as in anything, timing is everything. Cable, it's a hammer. I still like it short. I think it's a sell right here. Unless we take out 162. Yeah, it's a hammer, but remember, you need bullish engulfing. So you can even have a tighter stop about 160, 165. Selling it right here, 25 pip loss for 100 pip gain. I still love these trades. Love them. Now, I do think, like pound Aussie, pound Kiwi, enough already. Yeah, I know it's closing strong, and this is getting so ridiculous. But, listen, it's broken out. And you get a bad Australian number, they might spike this thing up again. And if I'm right about the futures being down, you really might have New Zealand getting killed. So I'm not in love with this trade, only really if the stock market was going to close in 1370 range and we really bottomed. But this New Zealand dollar, it didn't bottom. Not yet. I got my channel line at 77. That's where it's going. Oh, my God, 76, I'm sorry. Keeps getting lower. Oof. That's 75.50. Holy gamoly. It looks like it wants to go lower. And again, the S&P wants to go lower. And do you Fibonacci, this thing really starting to make the markets very nervous. Again, that's 77.86. So I could see us getting down to here, and I think it will hold. I think we have more weakness, but I think this sucker can hold. We could bounce, and I think enough already with the pound. Again, the pound to me, pound Swiss, continued to explode higher. Risk off, baby. Swiss franc, when are they going to start plowing into it? I still like this trade on the downside, although it looks like it's going up. Was it the Olympics that they love London? Last I checked, they had negative GDP. Last I checked, they're doing austerity. Are they getting work? Maybe they're getting rewarded for being austere. Dollar yen, piece of crap, busted. UBS saying 78 is intervention spot. Even here, 78.30, I would start going all in. But when you look at the Fibonacci, man, we take out 79.20, it melts down to that level. But dollar yen does not look very good. Bond yields in the U.S. are collapsing. And listen, things going forward for the U.S. with gas prices going down now, it's going to be good. This summer might actually be a good summer. Cisco earnings, Cisco down on the day. Revenue's a little bit better. Might have an effect in Asia. But at the end of the day, I find technology, Intel, you get reversals big time, all the time, thinking it's going to lead the market. Dollar Swiss continues to go higher. Continues to be broken out, going up. Got to be long. Broken out. We got more people. The market, listen, I thought we were going to rally a lot more, and we didn't. So I'm not going to be pighead and say, and you know me, I'm a bear. So I'm not going to miss out on this. We could go to 1,300 on the S&P easy. Certainly tonight, 1,340. I think that's a big spot. We did the Aussie. All these yens look terrible. Breaking lower. Same thing on Fibonacci. Going down. Listen, are we getting overbought? Absolutely. Can we reverse tomorrow? Absolutely. 61.50. Maybe rally into Friday and then reverse again. Because I think over the weekend, I think you want to be short. There'll be riots. Now, you know, a lot of the things that I'm hearing regarding Greece, and we do have big numbers coming out. Again, Australian unemployment number, I think it's going to suck. Remember, last month was up 44,000. Now, what I think more likely with the Australian, and I like this Aussie Kiwi, is it's going to be in line. But revision will be down 20,000. Some stupid number. I think Aussie, Kiwi, all get whacked on that. You buy the Kiwi, stay short the Aussie for that 99.50 spot. So I think you want to be hedged somewhat going into it, but more skewed on the Aussie downside because the Australian numbers have been terrible. Terrible. And again, the Kiwi to me is a little bit more oversold. But we got that channel line. And again, I think that 77.86 level at that fib spot would be a good spot to get long New Zealand, stay short the Aussie into our 99.50 level. How's that, freebies? Oh, baby. So dollar Swiss, dollar Canada. See, dollar Canada reversed nicely. I love this Euro Canada short. I think this Euro Canada is going to collapse. I think the euro across the board. Now, I'm nervous with the S&Ps and everything, with the commodity currencies, but I'll tell you, this dollar Canada really showed some weakness today. Nice weakness. I mean, you look at this daily chart, nice reversal. I think you sell the strength again. But you look at the euro across the board, and I think once the calms down, I think this Euro Aussie is going to come in more. I think we hit a brick wall at this 129 level. And even if it goes higher long term, this baby is more. I know, listen, Europe not doing anything with rates, Australia cutting rates, but this still is a European problem. Euro Swiss, it's got to break. It's got to break. But, I heard Greece has funding until July. They have new elections in the middle of June 5th, I believe. So there is a case, but Euro Kiwi, enough already. This Euro Sterling looks like it's going to melt. He's selling any strength. This baby can't rally. It gets up there and just fades. This Euro is busted. Euro Sterling is busted. There's a new 3-year low. You want to sell any strength in cable, once again, is going to put up a fight. Those people that did sign up for my 1-week trial, I will be sending you that information over the weekend, and you'll join us for a week starting Sunday night. I didn't forget about you. I did get your emails. Thank you very much for joining. Now, again, tonight, we get some good numbers, manufacturing, bank lending, current account out of Japan and Asia. We get rate decision out of London, and you got to believe that their statement is going to be on the dovish side. I mean, what are they smoking? The world is collapsing around them. Pretty much. Hard landing in China. Europe. Numbers collapsing across the board. They do what, 40% of GDP with the Eurozone? The UK? I mean, come on, guys. I think that the Hawks are going to bow down, and the Doves, and now we're going to be talking about more stimulus from London. I think the pound is going to collapse. I'm making the call. So while as beautiful as this looks, I think they're going to hint. Because Cameron is sticking to his austerity. I get that. But that doesn't mean the MPC can't up their credit purchase asset facility. I think I said it right. So as gorgeous as this hammer does look, I don't think we get bullish engulfing. And again, unless we take out 162, I think we collapse. I think they're going to print more money. I think we could get more euro weakness continuation. And then pound weakness after the MPC. And that's 7 a.m. Eastern team, so I'll be in the room. Canadian trade balance, U.S. unemployment, U.S. trade balance, and then burn your ass off speaks. Now, that could be something else. What if the market's going to be down ahead of it, which I think it's going to be? We could have some hell of a day. So in looking at this S&P, we could be down at 1340. We could even be breaking lower. And then Helicopter Ben at 9:30 a.m. on the open could save the day. You know he's watching the stock market. They all watch the stock market. If he doesn't say anything, the market collapses on the right on the open. If he says nothing about no new stimulus, they're going to drill this market. Absolutely. So I think you really want to watch out. Watch out. Because everything will mean nothing if he somehow pulls a rabbit out of his hat and saves the markets. Because if Ben does not say anything, burn your ass off is going to burn the bulls big time. So that's what you want to watch for. Obviously, the numbers mean something for which currencies and which. Again, this Australian number, I'm looking forward to it tonight. I think it's going to be weak. I still embarrass on the Australian dollar. But I think, hey, it's Wednesday. It's triple roll. They're going to pop them into the close. And then you want to be short the Aussie into the number, maybe long a little Kiwi as a hedge, or wait to buy it. With the economy doing so poorly, no way is the net number between the two, the revision and this month's number. So there could be even a pop on it if the headline number is good, but the revision's terrible. Big number, people. Email me, info@globalfxllc.com, free 1-week trial. For free. Hope I didn't miss any charts. Info@globalfxllc.com. Voice of Forex on Facebook, Voice of Forex on YouTube, and Voice of Forex on Twitter. The only voice you'll ever need. Love the voice last night. You know, it's my first time watching the show. Freaking love it. You'll ever need, who truly loves to make you money. Have a good night.